was born in Detroit General Hospital. And where do I live now? I live in Barcelona. Well, it depends on if I've parked my car into a place which I have only 12 hours to park relative to the 30 cents an hour. If it's 25 cents an hour, change over time is relative to the division of the application of the time, with reference to the cybernetical structure, validating nonprofit, or violent protest. In terms of violent protest, I like cybernetics. Imagine you have a white girlfriend who wants to have a baby with you, and you leave your wife for her. You come off the road after touring for many months because she's due on this certain date. She goes into labor. You go to the hospital with her and her mother and father. The baby comes out. You're excited, and you've already chosen the name because you know it's a boy. And you call him Swan, but it's black. I make every instance, every effort, whatever I do, to look good. Now, at my age, at 59 years old, to look good is very difficult because I've lost a lot of teeth from various situations and adventures in my life. For those who don't know, being a professional asshole means I do things like dive into a glass of water head first. Now, after 40 years of performing, you have to imagine I dove into over 3,000 glasses of water. I have parakeet arthritis, and I have a very short neck after all that time. My balls are usually up. They're not down. They're up because I'm upside down. And I've broken these. The dentist will not fix them anymore. So how I justify this in my life and my work is that I need to see a dentist. I don't live in a country, so we have to reestablish the question: what would I feel would be meaningful and political change in the planet I'm on? Would be one, that people would find their freedom again and return to their innocence. That's one hope, because I believe there is some hope in the future. That's why I do my work. And the second one would be, and I think the more obvious one, the one there's more possibility, is that one day we're going to wake up and there's going to be these aliens in the attic who are going to say, hey, you fucking straighten out, or we're going to chop off your nipples. If I could have been, I probably would have found freedom in Katrina. Because when the wind blows, I'm a kind of guy who stands on a hill and tries to figure out which way to go. So I love the wind. I find freedom in the wind. That's a very simple answer. I happen to be wearing it.
Sure.
You asked me the ultimate question.
Starts with a smile.
It starts with a smile. And there's a smile right there. You see that? And that is the visual expert. This is the written expert with that hole for the air. And that defines all the freedom you need.